Hello, do you hear me? Hope everybody is listening.
मेरे लैपटॉप का ना स्पीकर नहीं चलता.
Okay, so let's already. Okay, and let's see others should join. Hope you are visualizing. All of you are visualizing the slideshow.
जियो चलता है.
Sir, presentation is not visible.
Okay, just a minute.
Yes.
Is
Sir.
it now?
Not yet, sir. I'll just let you know it's not visible right now.
Okay, let's see now. Are you getting now?
No, sir.
You are not visualizing.
No, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, wait. Okay, just a minute, but it is working on the screen. Share.
Sir, from the third icon, you have to choose this the particular page which you wish to share with us, sir.
Yeah, that is correct. Application window.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
you're in an application window is that is share. Okay, and yeah, and then it's that my PPT is already on. Okay, so I think it should be visualized. I have already, enabled it. The third option already I have enabled it,
Yes,
and
sir.
also my PPT is also on also. It is switching actually. It is visualizing and then switching. Okay. Are you getting now the PPT?
No, sir.
Okay, just a minute. I have the same.
Sir, one request I will make you, sir. Just put off the presentation and put it on again, and then select it again from the share screen option, sir.
Okay.
Just do it
Okay.
once. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so I will put it off now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then once again I will turn on. Okay.
Yes,
I will
sir.
turn it on. I will turn it on once again. Okay. Then I will minimize it first and then enable the application window.
Yes, sir. Select the particular slide, sir. Select the particular
Select
tab.
the particular slide. That's
Select the
working
particular
now.
tab and then share.
Yeah. Okay. I've selected it. It is already selected. Okay, and also the same application window is also there. it is also, or something is not working properly here. Okay, I have selected, that is all slides here. Now it is visualizing whether it is.
No, no,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, I will go back.
Let me,
once
I'll
again.
just, yes, sir.
Okay, application. It shows and goes off.
Sir, just give me a moment. I'm getting the technical team involved into it. Just give me a moment.
Okay. Now it is visible.
Sir, your desktop is visible right now, not the presentation. Your desktop is visible, sir.
Okay.
Sir, technical team has joined in. Sir, our technical team has already joined in. They will help you out, sir. Just give. They are calling you also, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Roshni, I would request you to please put off your video. Please, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I'll put on the presentation for you. Just give me a moment.
Hello. Hello. Yes. Yeah, please. Yeah. What I'm that is I want to that is the load my the presentation. Yesterday it was working when we were testing it. Okay. Now the screen is available. The desktop screen is available, but then the third option is there, that the sharing the screen. I have already turned it on, and then I've opened up my presentation. Okay. So, but it is not visualizing there. Control R. Yeah. R1 or Control R only. Video or yeah, that is my PPT presentation. Okay, I'll switch on. Okay. That is applicable, but there are three options. Your entire screen, application window. So yesterday they told me just turn on application window. Entire, yeah, okay, it is on now. Then there is a share audio, but this particular, the share and cancel button are not getting turning on. Below, below entire screen. There is a window. Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah. Click. Then it is coming share. Yes. Okay. My PPT, so they will visualize it. Now. Yeah. Shape your career with us. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the for. Okay, thank you. Hello.
Hello? Yes, sir. Now it's visible. You can put it in a full screen mode and we can start, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you for your support. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yes, it's visible clearly now, sir. We can start.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you are visualizing now the screen on the desktop, laptop, or the device which you are accessing. First of all, I will thank to the Tech Hub as well as the Robotics Society, Delhi University, Miranda House, or University of Delhi, for allowing me to share my experiences, and hope these 2 hours will be the wonderful journey. I'm not going to teach anything, it's just a sharing. And I would like to share because I want to come on your platform. Otherwise, if the teacher-student relationship is there, it is a slightly different for me. So always I am in a sharing mode. And what we will cover in this particular 2 hours is that introduction to technology, importance on features, feature and scope, why we should learn this technology. Though the name is given for this today's topic is embedded or robotics and embedded system, it's a very vast field. But through that, we will try to cover within this span of 2 hours most of all the interdisciplinary topics needed for this technology. Then programs offered by Tech Hub and the Robotics Society, Miranda House, University Delhi, to shape up your career in this upcoming and promising field. Then career in technology, job positions available, more about technology. And yes, of course, after going through this, there will be a lot of questions. I will try my best to answer within short. So, hope I welcome you all and all particular the organizers, you people, students, professors, and those who are online. Let's begin the journey. See, embedded system is not new to the society itself. It is having a long history. So you are visualizing some of the glimpses of the history. In 1960, embedded system was first used for developing Apollo guidance system at MIT. Then 1965, in 1968, 1987, So we have various particular, what is there, the applications from 1960 and we are 2020. So it's a long journey of 60 years. And now still it is progressing, and due to the embedded concept, then FPGA systems, micro miniaturization, development in software, networking, sensors, actuator. This field is every second developing, and it's a promising field. After last 35 years of experience, I'm telling you the upcoming technologies will roam around these all technologies. And you people have, those who are young ones and already in this field, will have a bright future, bright career. It is not just an assumption. I'm day to day, I'm visualizing, interacting with industry people, and that's what I'm telling. And this is a wonderful journey. And due to this, the COVID-19 virus attack, this technology once again at the top of the technology because of the remote access and the control. So naturally, you are in a very good environment, and I congratulate you for opting for this wonderful technology of this 2020th century. Let us move on the next slide. Introduction to technology. See, I'm directly addressing the embedded system. The way of delivering of this particular lecture is that I will introduce a slide, and through that slide I will elaborate the various concepts and how vast this field is there. It is not possible for me also, for anybody also, that is to master only one field or master all field. Rather than that, master all field, you can select your interest area, maybe software, maybe hardware, maybe application area, maybe maintenance. So many things it will come on, and these are all possible. So what is an embedded system? Embedded system is basically an electronic system. No doubt there will be electrical components also, mechanical components also. We can call it as a hardware, and it can be programmed or non-programmed to operate, organize, and perform a single or multiple tasks based on the application. Basically, the below figure, this particular figure, is a general representation, and it matches with our human body also. We have some input variables, which normally we take the input from the environment by our cognitive senses, and we produce it some output. Depending upon the software, the hardware that we have, like motor neurons, sensory neurons, and the brain and already stored programs and experiences, experiential data that you have in the life to achieve your desired output. Same thing is here. Also in embedded system, we have an input variable. With respect to time, the values will go on changing. This block will respond according to the software written, hardware embedded in the computer or computing device, and will produce the desired output as per the designing of this thing. Similarly, simultaneously, it will get interfaced bidirectionally with user also, and also to the link to the other system also through internet. And that's why embedded system nowadays are not only one particular area. It takes into consideration IoT, cloud computing, even the fog computing, so on. And we will discuss somewhat this point. So in short, embedded system is a computational device in which in single line, hardware and software all are within, depending upon the application that we are expecting, or the output or the device that we want to design. The embedded systems, hope you are, that is, getting the idea. And if you have any questions, you can ask later on. Let us just finish this 15 slides. You can note down each slide question that you want to ask. Definitely, I will come back to that so that the flow will continue. And at the end, we can have a already question and answer session. Okay. And in between that, if you have any query, let's see how I can access it. Then, once you know this is simple model of embedded system, let us move on the types of embedded system. Broadly, these are classified into two basic categories based on the performance and the functional requirements. Second is based on the performance of the microprocessor, microcontroller. Okay, do not go on the exactly word of the microcontroller. Or nowadays it is a single board computing system also. That is a newly developed like Raspberry Pi, and so many are coming every day. New single board computing device is coming, which is having basically a microcontroller or a dedicated processor, and will help to build an embedded system. Further, based on the performance and functional requirements, we have a real-time, standalone, network, and mobile embedded system. These are the broad classification. Similarly, based on the performance of the microcontroller, whether it is 8-bit, the capacity in terms of memory addressing, the speed, and so many other hardware that are available on the processor, we have a small scale, medium scale, and sophisticated. Let me show you what another particular document on related to this is that if you go to this particular embedded system particularly, you will have a different particular, there's a real-time embedded system, then standalone system. I have all these particular, but just go on this particular simple, what is that, the real-time system. Real-time systems are those which give a quick response to a critical situation. They are used in military, medical, industrial application. Engineering, these systems have high demand in current days. Basically, you can have some this example, controlling heat, elevators, light, doors in building, robots, traffic control. Okay, I will show you a video, small video on this, which is for this current particular situation. Okay, I have prepared it, and that is actually it is implemented in one of the particular hospital, and hope you are visualizing it now also. If you are not visualizing, please tell me.
It is visible, sir. It is visible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It is a good application of the present situation, how we can handle it by the, for this virus and access to the workplace. In an office, if we are restricted 5 people to enter, and if you are not even wearing the mask, that is a mask also, it will not allow you. And see the counter increments and decrements. Now say counter has reached the point, so nobody will allow unless and until somebody will come out. And once it comes out, the counter decreases. So once again, I will play this so that once again, we will. visualize it till it reaches to the 5 count. Now it will close the door, will not allow anybody. Now just visualize that the person will come without mask and it will be identified by the system itself. He is without mask, he is identified. Now he is allowed after wearing the mask. So this is what the application that we can have. And coming back to this, particularly what I was talking about, the real-time system. That is, at that moment, the inputs from the sensors will be processed and according to the control we require. So if you just recall that video, okay, you will find that it's not a complicated system. A motor which can move clockwise, anti-clockwise, and it will close or open the door by mechanical arrangement. And there is a screen which are having a sensors and a counter. So the priority is given that the counter is reached to 5, then nobody will be allowed. The motor will not turn on, maybe clockwise or anti-clockwise. Similarly, it will double check with the mask. Mask is not there, so that the camera is there. Your image analysis can be done. The face reading can be done. So there are only 4 or 5 inputs only, and according to that, what we are achieving, that what is called as a social distancing to avoid the passing of the contamination. So this is an application, is a real-time application. You have nowadays cameras, microwave oven. Your day-to-day life begins with all these embedded systems nowadays, like your smartwatch. To the particular what, when you are going to call of the day, whatever the mails and emails and on iPad and all these devices are the standalone, the network-based system, then your cellular phone, the small scale embedded. So it is particularly what is there, a different types of series. The scale is depends upon your age, whether it is 8-bit 16 or 16-bit microcontroller processor. Let me just define what is the difference between those who are new, those who are not. That is, they compatible with the terms, what is microprocessor, what is microcontroller. Both are digital devices, these are integrated devices, but there are quite differences between a microprocessor and microcontroller. Microcontroller is much more advanced, and that is as compared to microprocessor. They're having I/O ports, counter, interrupt mechanism, RAM, ROM on it, you can program it, but that is not with the microprocessor. You should have some peripheral devices like 8255, 8259, and so other the controllers to convert it into a computing device. But that is not the case with the microcontroller like 8051 of Intel first 8-bit, and so on. Now ARM7 is also there. So many things are coming up, and same microcontrollers are nowadays used on the single board computing system like Raspberry Pi. Then your this most famous, that is the first one, that is Arduino, and there are various types of, even when that is the Texas Instrument is coming with. So many companies are nowadays in this field of the single board computing system, and due to FP, that is the field programmable gate array, every day new chip is coming out as per the market is demanding. So this is what the classification, this is the basic definition of embedded system. The classification, okay, microprocessor means what, microcontroller means what, Similarly, when we move on the next one, what is the importance? Why we have to go for the embedded system or these upcoming technologies? If you see the particular, when I'm using the word upcoming technology, in a single word, I can say it is IoT. But within that, there are several other technologies are there, and it becomes a cluster of 5 new technologies. And that is nothing but the machine learning, artificial intelligence, then the cloud computing, sensor, networking, data science. So everybody is having a role. And one word or one sentence of caution that I will tell you that this is a teamwork. You cannot alone master all this technology. You may know all the technology, how to use it, but I will request you must master one of the technology, even it is a security, even it is a data science, even you are from a background of the BCom and you are opting for some computer programming like the R language, Python, or a scripting, website designer. Everybody is having a role in this particular technology. So job opportunities are more here. And that's why, what are its important features? That is, requires less power. Naturally, initially it was having a very high cost, but now due to the new IC manufacturing technology, mass scale production, the cost is becoming less and less. As a task specific, a specific task, if you decide, let us take that your particular digital camera. A task is specified what is to be done. It will not work as a ultrasound machine. It is specified to take the visible light in and produce a, that is on a CCD plate, the image, store it and produce it. Maybe that is the standstill or moving motion picture. It's a time specific. It's the most important. A specific time is allocated to a specific task. Minimum user interface, and it is most for any computing device. If so many people are interfacing, a system becomes difficult. So while designing any embedded system, it is a main factor that we have to see that it will take minimum user interface. High efficiency is very important. We can rely on the output with a high reliability. And here the people of data science, that is the science or analytics, those who are studying, they play a very important role. Because sensor may acquire the information, it's just a data, it's an information. It has to convert it into a knowledge. And that is possible only when you have a security, regression, extracting the exact information, storing it, sequencing it, applying some statistical models, algorithms. So naturally, the reliability mainly depends upon the people of data science or data science. And then naturally, it is a stable system. So these are some of the important features which time demands, from a device, from the industry, from the corporate world, from the house equipments, domestic, transportation, medical field. You just name the field, you will find nowadays the device is with embedded system. And that's why, once again, will say that, yes, it is a promising area that we can opt for as a career. Now, naturally, every coin has two sides. That is nothing but There are importance and features. Okay, there are advantages, but there are certain disadvantages also. The main is it's a task specific. Now I have purchased a camera, suppose Nikon D3000. The features of D3000 will already specified. I cannot opt for another high-end other model just by changing software. I will no, not possible, because the software and hardware will be designed according to that. Similarly, this is the reliability. This is the most important area. Where data is open because of IoT, and I always tell to my, that is those with whom I share this information, that is the one sentence: when lock is there, key is there. When key is there, lock is there. So if you go for any data security, cryptography, so many other techniques that you can utilize it. Go for cloud computing, then encircled it by fog computing. Still the data remains open, and it depends upon how you are intelligent to penetrate it. And you can access the data. So data reliability, security is the highest demand field in this. Simply sensing it and producing the output is not the task of embedded system. So reliability, data, and security of the data is very highest priority in the system. Similarly, the statistical modeling which we are utilizing is also, because it will give you the efficiency and stability and the outcome which we are integrated. Now, coming to that, I'm showing you, because already I have worked on this. We implemented in the rural area of Himalayan mountains to stop the migration and get them the job, the money, this greenhouse effect. Okay, how we can control it. In Israel, we have so many such. In Australia, we have so many such things, and we have worked on it also. This is a fully controlled and remotely managed by using your mobile or even by a laptop. So you have all this computing device and accessing device to this polyhouse, you can say greenhouse, you can say that is the controlled farming, whatever it is. So once you know what are the parameters normally to grow a plant, temperature, humidity, then the light, wind flow, similarly how the crops or the fruits or flowers are getting cultivated, what is the weather outside, according to that how to change the system parameters, then manual switches, then the mechanical windows if everything fails. Okay, so that everything is embedded and it is controlled by a special embedded particular. Even you can build it by Raspberry Pi. You have so many such particular projects available, no doubt in a very low scale or on a low scale, but still we can. And it is not the case. Once you know how to take the input from the sensor and how which actuator you want to turn on or turn off, that's possible that to work on. This can be used for the animal farming or livestock. This can be used for ICU. This can be used for the auditoriums. Just parameters will change, because even in the auditorium also, that is you are to control the ventilation, temperature, similarly the accessing points. So same thing is there. So this is one of the example of particular what the embedded system. Coming to the next, that is nothing but robotics. See, robotics, though it is a separate branch, nowadays it is not a separate branch. Previously, in my opinion, it's not a separate branch. It is just an application area. This is the rover on Mars. And if you see the key components in any robotics, there's nothing but you require a controller, you require some sensors, you require some user interface, you require manipulators. Mostly these are the mechanical and actuators. If you see this, it will have mostly the different types of solenoids, motors, gears, cameras, antennas to telecast whatever the data they are receiving, and the external environment are having their own embedded system which communicate through this antenna to the network, the orbiter or the space particular vehicle which is moving around and will send back to the earth. So no doubt it's a high-end application. So basically robotics is nowadays as a part of embedded system. But I see, or you can say that in robots nowadays we have to use the embedded systems, or it is now an integral part of the robotics. Now the question comes, that is, what I should learn, robotics or embedded system? You cannot separate nowadays. It is already you have to study all these things if we want to achieve our defined goal. Maybe it is a stationary, or maybe it is a that is moving robot. But it's just like, once again, if you just go back to my first particular sentences, how human body behaves, because I worked on also, because my other interest is also that is how to interface brain to brain and brain to computer and computer to brain. I'm working for last 8 years on this in Rishikesh, Uttarakhand, to know the brain dynamics, how it works. It is wonderful why each personality is different. Each person is a programmable device. Each person is having his own embedded system. Each person is having different perceptions of the environment, and according to that, what he learned, according to that, he interacts with the system. So naturally, if you see these key components of any particular robot, you will find that this particular is having embedded system. Now, what do I mean by sensors? Sensors means like our cognitive senses, how we interact, how we gather information, how we collect the data is through 5 senses: eyes, ear, nose, taste, and touch. The sensory neurons immediately pass on this information to nearby processing unit. It doesn't mean that it will go directly to the brain. Sometimes if you have a pinch at the muscle point, immediate action takes place there itself. So even neurons can process at that point also. It's not necessary to go back there. If it is a dump, then naturally something else will happen. So get the information about the object you collect the information by 5 different senses and come to the conclusion. Okay, this is this. And how you come to the conclusion, that is nothing but your training, your education, your learning mechanism, and how you have stored the experiences in your data bank. You filtered it. You compare it. That is what analytics you are doing with the data that you have received. And then you give the command to the motor nervous system, that is your actuator, your finger, your arm, your wrist, your different joint, neck, whatever it is that is required for that sensing data. And this is by the central, that is the controller, that is your brain, which is having a different parallel processing unit. You have also require a power which in human body it is called as ATP, that is not triphosphate. And here we are providing the power by the DC, AC. We are also interfacing, that is through different devices to support our cognitive. And we have also the manipulators. So robotics branch is basically developed where human cannot go, like a toxic gas, atomic reactor, space exploration, Mars, Moon, where human body has some limitations, where we can send these particular types of devices which can behave or can up to mark collect some information like human and send it back. And if it is damaged, does not, no doubt it is costly affair also, but the human life is much more superior and important. The core center of this mother planet Earth. We can develop new robot, but developing a highly intelligent person like you or trained person like you takes time and may not be possible like you, the idea. And that's why Einstein is only one. There's so many peoples are there. That's why particular Steve Jobs or the Bill Gates, Abdul Kalam, Dr. Abdul Kalam, they're only unique people. And that's why human life is very important while exploring such particular, the instance, like in wars, accessing, just now I shown you this, in everywhere now the people are now searching for the device where minimum human access will be there. And that's why the concept came, work from home. So the robotic particular technology is also playing a very, and going to play a very important role. Really, I am thankful to this particular, the Tech Hub and the Robotics Society, University of Delhi. They come up with such particular, the course, embedded system and robotics. No doubt, there are several courses all over the particular, if you go to the YouTube channel, different, so many things are there. But this is a unique course as far as I've gone through their curriculum, their particular, the way of delivering, interacting, the access to the practical side, and much more professional than a business. There is a difference. What I always found, a professional institute is different than a business institute. Business always takes into consideration profit and loss. That is not with this institute what I found. And what skill? Now the next thing, now you have some glimpses of what is there. Or I can just take the previous slide and see what do you mean by actuators, motors, solenoid valves, relays, the electromechanical other devices. These are all actuators which will bring the mechanical motion, maybe linear, rotational, okay, so that the movement will be there. The mechanical movement required for the motion, 180 degrees, 360 degrees, or so on. So these actuators are mostly electromechanical devices. Power is another important concept. and mostly these are DC operated, and nowadays interconvertibility is also available. So the another branch is also supporting it, and that is nothing but how we can utilize the solar energy, wind energy remotely available. An interesting application one of my friend has already done. While moving the electrical car, it will get charged. This is another field is opening. I will request all of you can take up such project. Within 4 or 5 years, the petrol pumps will be minimized. An electrical charging station will come. And these are wireless charging is another concern, taking solar energy, wind energy. Because if you want to access the transportation in remote hilly areas, they require a power. Everywhere we cannot have a hydroelectric power transmission lines. We have to locally generate. This is another area. Just in mind, and because the electrical car is not a dream now. Already Tata is having in India already launched the car. Scooters are available. Our Indian Railway is also having some of the bogies are solar energy based and having embedded systems. Our Tejas train is embedded system. So I feel this is a promising field. You should go. And really, it doesn't mean that you should be always an engineer. Please remove that concept. That concept is already gone. The next slide I will show that who can take this career and how you should go. Now let us see now the next slide, which particular skills you must master. I'm stressing on master. Knowing is one thing. It's just an information. There are different stages. You can publicly speak, you can talk in a group. That is, I know this. It doesn't mean that you are a master of this. So master is a different concept because you have to convert your what you know step by step from by practice, converting into a knowledge, a skill, innovative ideas, creativity, and implementing uniquely. And I'm once again I will stress on the one word, that is uniqueness. That is what is important here in this particular field. There are several fields, but I'm giving you some of the fields that you should, that is, must have some skills. Now, programming and coding. See, these are two different concepts. They are already knowing the programming language, using their syntax and just writing the program, using their facility to get the task. There's a programming concept broadly. Coding is more than that. You can generate your own particular codes, knowing the hardware, the binary language, digital language, operating system flaws, and you can build. Otherwise, there would have been only one programming language. Otherwise, there would have been only one microcontroller. So always, you should have you should think over the coding concept. Programming, yes, it's okay, but I will give my experiences that the coders are more in demand than the programming. Now, which language? Every day new language is coming. I'm telling you frankly, the versions are coming. Even if you see the particular how Python emerged out and what is the new version, some few changes are there because technology rapidly changes. The demands of robotics branch changes, the devices changes, their interfacing changes, protocols changes. And naturally, according to that, there should be a facility. And that's why the coders are very important. They immediately switch on. They can find out. It's a very important concern. You should know very sound knowledge of digital and analog electronics. Our world is analog, and this technology is more toward inclined toward digital. So what is analog and digital? It's already now the 3:50. Yes, I will move on. Just 4:45 slides are there. Then I will give you maximum time to you to ask the questions. The analog is nothing but which checks all possible, the values of any signal with respect to time. Continuous. Very important is all possible and continuous with respect to time. Digital checks only minimum and maximum. And that's why 1-0 technologies, which is nowadays they are interpreting in a new version of the computing device it will come, and then the speed will be tremendously changed, and this whole science is going to have one another revolution, and it is already in line, that is the quantum computing. I will not touch that particular subject, but it is another promising field which is coming up. It doesn't mean this will be outdated. It will have, or it will give some features speed-wise, storage-wise, and the micro miniaturization-wise, portability, and network access, and so many things are there. So you must know the digital and analog electronics. And when I'm telling electronics, it doesn't mean that electrical engineering is different. Some basic laws you should know. They will not change. Even quantum mechanics will come, like Ohm's law. What is voltage, current, power? What is the relation between power and heat? So losses of power, how to generate power. So basic concept you should know. And that is already available, I think, and already you have learned it in 8th, 9th, 10th, or even 11th standard. Not required that you should be only having some education in engineering field, not necessary. Next slide I will tell you also. Then different types of processors available in the market, their comparative study, their interfacing with these all sensors and actuators, how we can interface them, program them. Interfacing will be interconnection of these devices to build a system. Because system is not a one unit, it is having different units. When you are interconnecting, you require both hardware and software. It's not only you connect by remotely, wirelessly, or by wire, it will start working. No. It has to activate. It has to send some command, exchange some command, and that you require a programming. And naturally, when you are sending some command, another branch comes out, and that is nothing but the networking. And that is another particular branch. I will show you that is one particular this diagram. Okay, that is is based on this OSI model. Why I'm showing this? All the protocols, that is how the data can be exchanged. This is another branch. That is, the networking people can play the important role. If you see this on the screen, this is the hardware layers and software layers, which goes between the sender and receiver side. And there are 7 layers. This is a basic model on which we have a different particular the internet protocols like TCP/IP, how to talk, hypertext. Then they're coming now internet particular protocol, that is the IP address, what we call as IP4, IP6, MPG2. So many others are coming because this gives you, that is, the completeness, consistency, accuracy, and so many other problems. And similarly, these protocols are related to the cloud computing services and so on. So that's why I say, though the term is very simple, this term, that there is nothing but the embedded systems and the robotics, but it covers a lot of things. And nowadays, it's not a one branch; it is a multidisciplinary branch, and that's why always I'm insisting. Many people ask me, "Who should learn this?" I said that anybody can. Anybody can. For a BCom people, for a artist, for engineers, everybody is having a the job. Only thing is that he must be creative, should have a intuition, imagination, and more market oriented. Then it's possible that he can go for anything. Any person can join this particular field. So once again, going back to this particular the skills required, processor, and that's why at the beginning I told it's a team building. Not a single person can do it. That's the only another drawback. You should have a management and team building skill. Because software person is different. Software person is different. Naturally, the designer is different. What market is demanding is different. So naturally, you require a team of people. A very good coordination between them. And that skill one has to develop. You may have a knowledge, you may be genius in one particular field. It doesn't mean that you will come up with some product. Because the ultimate aim is to get money, stable life, a good career. In terms of the livelihood, I'm not telling only money, enjoying a life. And so you should know how to build a team of like-minded people and how to manage all these things. So these are the core skills you require. If you see the programming concept, C, C++, Java, Python, R, new coming are Go, and so many languages are coming. On the website development side, you should have HTTP. Then you have upcoming, that is so many other CSS. Other technologies are coming. How to integrate them. So you should have a good designer. Naturally, when you are having a web designer, graphic interface is there. You require a graphic designer so that the website in a minimum particular, the screen will give you maximum explanation about your whole what you are going to do. So you require a good designer also. So suppose you are artistic, suppose you are a good particular or commercial artist, then work with the graphic designer. Tell them this should be highlighted, this color should be highlighted, this is this. Because the person who is best in programming doesn't mean that he is a good graphic designer. That's what I'm always saying, that everybody is having. What is the scope? Yes, it's okay. I will get now. I have done this, I have done that. What is the scope of this particular technology? Okay, I have put some efforts, money, time. Where it will take me? See, these are some core areas where you can work, depending upon your capacity, ability, and yes, passion. That's important. Passion is important. If you are just a job seeker, forget it, this technology. Sorry. You will be hired and fired. That's my experience, I'm telling you. You must have a passion. But I will remain in this, and whatever changes are taking, according to that I will mold. So if embedded system and its research systems is going on in automotive, electronics and electric vehicles, smart grid, smart city nowadays, our government is very keen about the smart cities, smart technologies, which can measure, analyze, report. This is smart. Smart is not by just looking the device externally, but how it is measuring, analyzing, reporting, sensing. All this comes in this smart technology. This is another thing which is coming, that is artificial intelligence. Real-time operating system. The artificial intelligence is, humans have intelligence, which is the power of reasoning. But we use according to our like. Our brain is very tricky. The things which we like, we try to remember. And which are most difficult or hard or physical and mental strain, try to forget it. We don't have to touch it. But the society demands, corporate world demands, and how we can utilize it. A huge data is coming. It is not possible by human to find out or having a regression algorithms and get a solution immediately or on paper. You require artificial intelligence for that exact data, because time is important. Let us see now the COVID-19 case. Still we are finding the solution in terms of drugs, the vaccine. A bioinformatics branch can do it. But when it will do it? When we know the DNA of that virus, decode it, and then we can have antidote. So naturally, we have to work with the bioinformatics software, and we have to take the help of artificial intelligence. So these embedded systems are playing very important role. So robotics is playing important role in this artificial intelligence. Networking the sensors in agricultural field, you have to network the different sensors, weather forecasting. Simply predict whether there will be rain or not. You require more than 14 parameters, and they are not properly, particularly what analyzed, reported. Just by satellite image, it is not possible. You must sense it, network it, and what extracted data we have to come to a very make the solutions. So we require all these things. The research is going in this field. IoT and embedded system, robotics and control. Yes, it's not going to remain separate. Already I told you, the core will be the embedded system, and these are the branches. Power awareness is very important. FGP playing very important role. Switching the voltage according to the requirement. Power failure is important. A portable power device is important. A low voltage device is important. For various semiconductor devices, this is not the time to talk on this. Why we require this power particular factor. And that's why if you see these all 8 slides, what are the job positions available? These are some glimpses that is having. You have both hardware and software. You can also the art also. You require a musician also. You require because you require a sound also, a sound technologist also, a graphic designer also. It's not only hardware and software. When you are coming to the hardware, require a designer designing a system. When a person comes with a problem, this I want to develop this, the designer should be there, a developer. After developing a product, selling a product, you require service people also, a trainer also, how to use this device, what possible faults will be there. And naturally, research will be always there. Because once you start using the device, the practical limitation, problems, the requirements varies as per the culture, the environment, people who are accessing it, and they give you feedback. Some particular thing, this device is up to this, it's okay, but after that, it is not okay. It comes back to the research people, and all levels of jobs are available. Starting junior, very junior, up to the senior management level or a scientist also. Same thing is there to the software. A programmer, system engineer, coding developer, debugger also is very important because always there are errors, bugs are there. In certain environment, device never works because it's a device. It will not work always 100%. Some bugs will come. How to remove it? Just now at the starting, that is some technical problem was there, but I was not in position. It was very simple, but it was not. Yesterday I already worked on it, but was not showing for 2-3 minutes. But immediately the bug was solved by the technical supporting team of the organizers, and immediately it's solved. So bugs comes, support you require, a data scientist required. So several levels, several areas are opening. Many times people ask me, you are working in this field, that means you are cutting the jobs, unemployment will increase. That's not true. Sorry, it's not true. The main hurdle is that we are not ready to adopt changes. The main hurdle is that we don't want to come out of our comfort zone. If we try to come out of the comfort zone, then the brain will start moving. You have that capacity. You should have a trust on your capacity. From any level to any level you can move. It's not the question of which college you are going. See, you read the story or motivational speech, go to the motivational, the discourses where the examples are given by Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and so on, Abdul Kalam, how they develop. But it is also with you also. On YouTube, the Steve Jobs' last speech is also there. You just go and read it. I always tell another thing is that very interesting. Life is very interesting. Enjoy it and develop. You must watch Three Idiots. Not for the misuse behavior of student, but what a great message that the movie has given. Education is required, no doubt, but the creativity and intelligence can do anything. You just see the last scene of that. Take a person from US and a person working in the remote area like Ladakh is a teacher but having a patent, and a person is coming to meet him. That is the message. What we normally see joining any particular course is that what job I will get in. Forget them. And this technology is not for them. I'm telling you. If you're just coming for the job, yes, it is required. But if you don't want to develop yourself and keep learning, you will be outdated very soon. Rapid changes are coming next. Sir, we have this particular, other responsibility. I will get married. Forget it. You should have a passion. That's what I tell you. So all these are there waiting for you. And another thing, very, very lucrative, that people are ready to pay anything. Anything. The topmost companies in these areas, the CEO, the planner, designer are Indians. Do you know this? Are Indians. And they are earning like anything. Just go on to Google and see how much salary they are getting. But it is because of that they have not targeted first that I used to get 3 crores or 30 crores. They have started the career from the beginning itself. That's very important. That's why my message I would like to give. Yes, this is all, everything is available on the net. This slideshow I can give you, our institution will give a lot of material available. But most important is how you will develop it from the right institute who are professional, not business. Getting certificate is a very tertiary thing. Developing a knowledge is most important thing. These are the various few companies which are working in India. You can go to their site. There are several projects are lying there. You can be a freelancer. They are coming with these technologies. Tata is highly developing this particular field. Infosys, Wipro. These are the brand names nowadays in their technology. Google, IBM. So many are there. There are Honeywell, Kalam. This is where my niece was working. He had 3 patents on the FGP. So these are the companies, the wide openings are there. But once again, though it looks lucrative, you need a knowledge. Very important. Now this is very important. Who wish to develop and join? Because who should learn is very important. Many people say that you should have a BSc Physics, 12th Science, at least 11, or diploma in engineering or computer science. My experience of last 35 years is that that's not. Otherwise, every engineer would have got a job. Every IITian would have got a job. I'm talking about IIT. The placement is not more than 65 to 70. On the contrary, the person who is BCom and just have done this thing and having passion, dedication, devotion has reached to a very different level. You have seen on the newspaper in this particular crisis of COVID-19, many people came up with the different, sanitizing devices. What was their education? They are saying just a cycle repairing person come up with a sanitizing device using the embedded technology. When a person is entering, the sprinkling will start. A farmer come up with a device. So I will not say that, yes, if you have education, it doesn't mean that you should not go to the college, drop from the college and now join such institute. That's not. It will help you. It will give you, that is, a platform, but it doesn't mean that you will fly. It totally depends upon how you move on, so that the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. And that is very important. Whether we are having willingness to learn. Remember, well, learning is different. And that's why Einstein used to say that once you stop learning, you start dying. So who should learn? Who wish to develop and enjoy life. I'm once again saying, if there is no, if you are not enjoying the life, it's just a morning and evening, that is having a fingerprint when you enter into the campus of your company, and just wait for when it will be 5 or 6, you will come out with once again a finger mark and fulfilled. If you are not enjoying what you have learned, forget it. and that is coming. That's my advice to you, that take this career to enjoy life, to develop in all respect. Money will come automatically. Definitely. Be sure. Once again, that is why from us. It's very important. See, I will not claim very exorbitant particular what it claims. We are unique, we are this, we are that. So I will say that we are professional, not businessmen. We want to create a training to enjoy simultaneously to develop you. So we are having three important characteristics. That is nothing but the passion, dedication, and commitment. What we will commit to you, definitely it will be with you. And I'm sure whoever will be that is going to deliver whatever the courses, all are committed, having passion, having a professional approach. And these are what are our claims. And that's why that is have experience, because experience is very important. Going through a lucrative advertise and other things are there. It's a marketing world. Experience. They gives you hands-on, continuous touch, on-site explanation, having a lab. Everything is there. Just once again, before going to that, also I would like to just show you another particular point is this, is that, see, the data science is another emerging science is coming up. You should go for that also. Embedded system and robotics also having an important particular branch, that is the data science. And in data science, there are various visualizations, statistical modeling. So you can be a statistic, you can have also having a role. If you are mastering statistical computing, you are also having a role. A data researcher, yes, you are also having a role. Not necessarily that you should be engineer. This is also domain knowledge, computer science. So this all thing comes into the data science. So it's a very important. So the data science people also have a wide scope of what is there, the job, career, development, and yes, of course, you will enjoy it. Because embedded systems are made up of a specific task, and the data is very important. When you have a data, it's just an information. But how to extract a meaningful data out of it? So much data is available. Just you see that in WhatsApp, if you early morning, if you just turn on your WhatsApp, more than 50 messages from different groups are coming. But you go to that particular connectivity where you find something is useful for according to your life, and rest you forget it. So the meaningful particular according to the system required as a key role played by the data scientists, data scientific people. And for becoming a data scientist, it doesn't require only a science background or engineering background. A medical person can come if he has a liking. Medical statistics is another field. In this epidemics environment, whatever the data it is coming, Arogya Setu, who are working? Some medical people are working, okay, along with the data scientists, or they have adopted some basic concepts of statistical analysis, providing the data to the health ministry and other research institutes, how we can, come back with this particular COVID-19 case. Once again, as we are particularly coming to the COVID-19 case, I'm telling you that this is going to change the world. And I'm not frightening you. I'm not creating a fear. Those who are attending this seminar or this particular webinar, yes, definitely one revolution is on your doorstep. No doubt it was coming, but due to this virus, now there is no escape. A lot of particular what the job requirement, career facilities. See that university learning is already changing online. Even Harvard is coming, Stanford is coming with online education. IITs are thinking, stay at home and learn. Because output is important, that the traditional education has already gone. And that's why once again I am telling you that anybody can learn at any stage of the life. And that's why a Google is paying more than 1 crore rupees, one of the Indian boy, on machine learning, who has written 3 books on machine learning. It's just below 15. IBM is now coming with a contest of coding from 5th standard onward people. Why? Because that stage of the life is more innovative, creative. When you grow up, we get fumbled in the different lucrative, particular and the elusive type of world and forget about the innocent, creative. That's why they are giving now the and a very high price IBM is giving for coding. And they want that real coders because their aim is they want a code, a solution, not a degree, MTech, PhD or any other thing from a reputed institute. They want solution. Time is demanding. And that's why I choose the best particular institute. Then what are the other particular more information or technology which is coming up with this particular embedded system? There is now around 4:25. I will take some questions after this. It's a long lecture, marathon lecture. Hope you are not bored. No doubt, as the time is a limit also, and I have to cover the preliminary things. So I have tried, and I will once again will rapidly go through all slides and what as a review, and then we will take question and answer. Which are the upcoming technologies? Data science is at the top. Acquiring data is now already no people. But how to protect the data and the security of the data, and how to come with the particular meaningful information, how to implement it to get the accurate result. There's a branch is coming as a data science. So it's at the top. And anybody can come from BA, BCom, Arts, 10th, whatever. That is not a bar. Then next is there is cloud and fog computing. It's a layer. These are layers so that unauthorized access, data hacking, data corruption, data stealing can be protected. There is another area which is very important. IoT is having all these technologies as embedded technology, machine learning, sensors and networks, robotics. We are now already entered into space exploration, as well as the war tactics are already changed. There is no face-to-face war now; it is a machine war. So robotics will play in military devices. Agricultural field is changing, where a remote-controlled driverless tractor is on. Drone technology is coming. A part of robotics it is. Transportation is coming, a driverless car. And of course, naturally, there are millions of devices. They should communicate with each other. They require a backbone of networking. So networking will also, which will involve protocol development, the Bluetooth, Zigbee, so many other particulars are there which are coming in server side, client side, software, hardware. So many things are coming. So this field alone, embedded technology and robotics, is opening day by day new field. And you just mentioned medical field, educational field, military, accounting firm, transportation, food industry, any field, aviation, any field you mention, now that industry cannot remain isolated from these upcoming technology. And that's why once again, lastly, we will go with all these slides very fast, and then I will stop from my side and we'll take question and answers. So you are ready to shape up your careers with us, very important. And why with us? Dedicated, having passions and commitment. We are professionals. We are not businessmen. That is the difference. I am not, that is, telling any negative thing about the others. But why we are different? The Robotics Society, along with the university, Delhi University, why we are different? I feel we have a strong 4 point, and that is nothing but commitment, dedication, passion, and profession. What we covered in this introduction to this technology, importance, features, future scope, who should learn. This program offered by TACTUB is on the side. It's just a reading you can take as per your requirement and start. And I will tell you that, see, just do not theoretically learn it. Practically you do it. Unless and until you are not coloring your hands, unless and until you are not having involved in developing even a simple interfacing of LEDs, keep, and having different combination of LEDs and keys and relays, just to sense it, produce the output. Then and then only you will come to it. Even people are, I have seen, they are very good certificate, but they cannot install a software also. Because every computer is having some different softwares, a Mac based, Linux based, Windows based, so many things, having a MATLAB connectivity, so many things are there, and they get fumbled. So unless and until you start working on some project, you will not. And this institute provides a project. So start doing the projects. Career in technology, job positions available, more about technology. That's what we are. And now we come to the question and answer that just within 5 minutes. We have taken the history now from 1960 and see the market is reaching up to 240 billions. In 2013, it is around $120 billion. Now changing it is on 230. Say within just particular 7, that is the 17 years, it will reach, it will double. Even the rate will be high. It is a predicted. Okay, and you should be part of that industry. Maybe with your startup, or maybe a researcher, or maybe a developer, or a core person of that organization. And we have taken what is this technology, classification of embedded system. Then we have taken the importance and features. Then we have taken the one rigid example. Actually, the time is 2 hours, but that's why I've taken this. We have worked on several projects. I've taken them because just recently I finished this particular with the Himalayan particular institute and in the Gadwal region, this particular, and it's working very fine. And that's why I explained this. Then what is robots and all other things, technology, robotics cannot remain separate from embedded technology. Then we have taken what type of skill must we have. This is the core particular. But allied also I have discussed during my lecture also. Then what is the future development of this embedded system? Where embedded system is going, that also already I have told you. Then naturally the young ones or those who want to switch the job or mold themselves or got the now interest in this, what are the job positions available? These are just points I have given. You can search on net, a lot of material available. Which are the companies? These are all working in India, abroad. These are international companies, multinational companies. Indian companies are also too working in the other countries. There you can have a career. This is very important that I have discussed with you. Frankly speaking, even though I have very high some qualification, still even I will tell that it gives a base. It doesn't give without practice. It doesn't give anything. So I have a 35 years of experience. Still, I will stick to this. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice. And remember well, once you stop learning, you start dying. Who wish to develop and enjoy the life will learn. And definitely, everything will come. The status, money, and the people will think about you. Then why from us? Already I said at the beginning, that is nothing but passion, profession, dedication, and commitment. Yes. Programs offered by Tech Up, you go to that and check the different courses, which are the upcoming another technologies along with this, already I told. And yes, now, hope there is already now 4:35. So we will switch to the basic screen, okay, and we'll try to take some particular the questions and answers. Hope you have enjoyed it. Hello.
Is anybody having any doubts? They can ask to sir. All the participants are unmuted. So if anybody has any questions or any doubts, they can directly ask to the sir. Sir, there is a question in chat box. Which language is preferred for robotics? Can you answer that, sir, please?
Yeah, please, can you repeat it once again?
Yeah, I said that which language is preferred for robotics? It is asked by Ayushi.
No, you can have it with C also, Python also, even the assembly level language also you can do. What type of robots and particular what the application you want and how much that the memory, time and your constraints are there according to that. I will prefer that which is both what is there, they can interact with machine level as well as the user level. So I will prefer C, that you can write your own libraries also, and also assembly level language, because it depends upon your microcontroller you are using. It varies also. But the core languages which normally they are using, that is the C, Python, okay, as well as the Java also, assembly level language of microcontrollers also. So it's these are depending as job specific. Yes, any
Okay, sir.
other?
Yeah. Hello. Please mute from your side. All are requested to mute from your side. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
ज्यादा जोर की लगी
Excuse me, please switch. Can you please switch off your camera?
So much background sound is there. I cannot listen. So much background sound is there at the background. I cannot listen.
Sir, I'm really sorry for the disturbance, sir. Now I have muted them all. So I would request everyone, please, whosoever is having background noise, keep yourself on mute. Let others ask the question. Okay, Kapil, you have raised the hand. Do you have any question? You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Here is one question is there. When we learn Python or language or syntax has changed, like Arduino have own language. Yeah, Arduino, no doubt if you see the syntax of Arduino, it is really taking the help of C. It has its own IDE. But it is not like that. You can have an interfacing of the Raspberry Pi with Arduino using Python. And Python is also a developing, and you can have an object oriented, you can create your own class, your particular functions, user defined functions like C, C++. So it's not a constraint on particular what. You can even work with the Arduino using Python by interfacing the Raspberry Pi also. There is another question, what is the highest job in this robotic? See, already in my discussion, if this is the particular aim, yes, it depends upon, there is no limit at all about the highest paid job in robotics. If you go to if you develop a unique robot in a space robots or space particular science, you are highly paid also. If you have, it's the imagination. There is no any particular level or particular the slab of increment. It's your brain work, it's your creativity, it's your innovation that pays you. And that's why they are ready to pay anything. But there should be a uniqueness in this. Otherwise, it is not possible. Data scientists or researcher. See, in our particular the Indian the continent, scientist means what is having a PhD. I don't follow this definition. Because who can go to the laboratory, work on it, and come up with the new technique and prove it that it is sustainable as a scientist. So working on the data. So naturally, a researcher has automatically become a scientist because he's working on the data. And is finding out new solution. So it's totally about your creativity, knowledge, passions, how you are coming. It's not a stereotype job. Do not think it will be a stereotype job. Once I have got a job and I am a permanency, no such thing will be there. Your increment total depends upon how you are valuable to the organization. It may be yours or it may be any company like the Google or any. They pay their higher and higher policy. So please do not go. Yeah, here is there how we detect the mass, we'll detect in crowd and how there are heights. See, you have to take the parameters. There are particularly, proximity sensors are there, cameras are there, and the image sensors are there. You have to first of all the program. What you want to sense is which particular mass, and naturally masks are different. So you have to give 2, 3 mass particular data, their particular images, and this image analysis, if you know, then it will work. Height, it goes according to the standard, particular the environment where the people are coming, and what is the height. Abnormal, naturally, and that's why there is called as azimuthal angle around more than a central normal. It may around 15 degree up, 15 degree side, or a azimuthal angle through which it scans and compare with the stored data. Other than that, if it is there, it may give you some warning bell or some protections. You will say that I can't detect or it will not allow you, because that particular things you have to check up. That is the test and trial and basis. Yeah, another question: basic project like home automation, robotics car is successful made, but how go further so we can that is what we connect this all this particular structure to single chip like Bluetooth model, Wi-Fi module, and yes, okay, when you are, that means you have worked with some project like moving a machine, that is the motor clockwise, anti-clockwise, or forward, backward. Now you want to run with Wi-Fi. First of all, I will suggest this thing. Whether you have worked with any Wi-Fi interfacing with the Arduino or Raspberry Pi or any single board system or a microcontroller system. So just that is the switch on from your mobile, the LED on and off, or the relay on and off. If you have done this, then it's very good. Then just so you have to change the device only, and you can work it also. Then you have done it. Then what is your problem? Convert this all structure Bluetooth module and this makes circuit big. No, it's not now. You search on particular what is there. Nowadays, if you go to the Raspberry Pi 4, every component is available. Suppose you want to, that is, design your own particular PCB, it is also possible nowadays. But you should know all these techniques. Then and then only you can minimize the component. Unnecessary component you can remove, and you can minimize this. Suppose you have idea, you can take the help of the IC designer also. There are IC designers who can give you the guidelines. That is, naturally they will ask for money, or you can search for those who can give you the minimized system also. Yes, please. Any other question? Hello.
from anyone? Any questions?
Yeah, firewall, it's similarly like a data security. You can say there are limitations, but no doubt we can use it in a different way. But yes, we can have all these things, but in a different way, not exactly. See, already I told you, do not isolate the data scientists and robotics. Robotics is not a different. A data means any information. See, already I discussed that robot means is having first of all a sensing devices which collect the data. But how it can be processed, how the meaningful data can be extracted, because a lot of data will come, okay, and we want the exact data to control the particular actuator. Data scientist plays a role there. That is the quality of the data, security of the data, statistical modeling, graphical analysis before implementing it, so that the more refined version of the data is available to the control room or the controller, and we can have. No. See, there is no minor and major in particular the area. See, everything. If you see the wristwatch, there are so many tiny particles. Every particular part is having importance. If a small wheel is not there, the whole watch will stop. So, do not consider data scientist is having a minor part. No, not at all. So, you are just going as per the structure. There are, say, when a drama is going on the platform, you don't know behind the screen how many people are working. Only actor is acting, okay, but at the background, so many people are there. Otherwise, the actor cannot. When we visualize, so what is in front of you is a robot model, but who has built up is there are several people. So your role of data scientist is also very important. So I don't think any minor and meaning. Which field are more related to robotics and physics? I mean, is there is a common thing which, say, if you go to the ancient science, these are all what we are discussing, the derived branches of physics. First of all, the electron, the quantum, the energy, the laws of physics are all particularly governing this field. This is the application area which we are. So if you are having a physics background, you can easily adopt this. Yes, say in 12th physics also you have the particular triode or a transistor, diode, semiconductor device, semiconductor theory. Okay, in semiconductor material science is also there. Atomic structure is there. Everything is based on that. It's the application area. All these what embedded system, robotics is application. Don't try to bifurcate it. Physics is required. Physics person can able to understand much more this language easily. Yeah, please, Geeta. What you want to ask? I cannot hear your voice. Yeah, please. Anything? Geeta, I am not listening here, but what do you want? Okay, thank you.
You can unmute yourself and speak. I have kept you on unmute. If you have any questions, you can ask.
No doubt, I can say that so many questions will be there through madam, that is controlling all these things, or through institution. You can that is direct this question to me, and I can write to mail to the institution, and through institution you can contact me so that I can pass on all this. So it is an extended time, 10 minutes. So just see, first of all, in quantum computing is coming up, and you must know first of all the quantum mechanics first, and particle and wave theory, and energy mechanics. So you have to learn this first, how the azimuthal spin and the quantum spin there is there, how we can convert this quantum spin into a logic 1 and logic 0. So that finally we have to address digital electronics. So robotics is a application. Quantum mechanics and is quantum computing comes into the computer control side as such. My email, you contact to the office and they will provide you. And I will answer through the institute only, maybe Delhi University, maybe the Robotics Society. So you please ask them, they will provide you. The certificate, each certificate will be provided by the institution. That depends. You just ask the institution what is about the e-certificate. Yes, lab is there. You can have internship. You can talk to the management of the Robotics Society through Delhi University and the Tech Hub internationally. You get it, definitely you will get it, the works. Without that, you cannot. Say here is the AICRA will provide it everything. So that's why I said we are not the businessman, we are professional. We have taken into consideration all the things, how you can get your practical side will be more strong so that you can develop your own projects. So I think that is, thank you so much for webinar. I'm also giving you thank you. Mail, already I told you that the institution will give you. I will not personally involved in that. It will be AICRA, either Tech Hub or Delhi University. They will provide you my email, okay, or you can contact through them. Definitely we will work together. I would like to work with you also, a grassroots level projects. We can come up, we can develop India, we can take the chance to develop our nation and take the benefits of our government, which are coming with different Startup India projects. Thank you, thank you. It is already now, the 2 minutes are left. Then I will switch off all. Okay. It was a pleasure for me and really felt honor with you for this last 2 hours exchange of the whatever I have. And that's why I said I am not here to teach you. I am here to share with you. So many doubts will be there. Join course, you will get everything. So I'm happy that your response are very good, very wonderful and informative webinar. Say India is also developing. Japan do not have, that is nothing but Japan is there, but India is also now having a key role in developing. So I think now that is take this career into the next level. Hope you will be a startup person, and I will have this video, and therefore I will remember your name, and one day in the newspaper I can get a news that some of you have developed some robot or embedded system. I wish you all the best and stay healthy, stay safe. Let us meet once again in the upcoming particular the projects or seminar webinars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you soon. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, thank you so much, sir. So much for the very interactive session. Thank you so much, sir. There are no.
Yes, please.
So there are no further questions, sir, and I think we can wind up the session.
Oh, I will end up the session now, and
Thank
I
you so
already
much.
end. Okay, hope that it is useful, and
It is so.
thank you. Now see you. Okay, thank you.